Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today, after 3 hours of putting together an IKEA cabinet, my goodness, why do they make that so hard? We're happy to finally be sitting down to watch a game between Mihai, playing as our teal Hindustanis, and KGB's Fire, playing as the red Berbers. Now, while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the respective Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Hindustanis are a civ that very much pushes its players towards an army comp made out of a mixture of gunpowder and camel units. All Hindustani gunpowder units come with extra armor, and their hand cannoneers can actually be upgraded to get extra range. Now, Hindustani camels themselves come with a few cool features. First, their camels have an attack bonus against buildings, which addresses one of my absolute biggest concern about camels, which is that they are absolutely terrible and they suck at destroying buildings. Second, Hindustani camels do attack 20% faster. And third, they have access to the Imperial Camel Rider. This is a fairly strong, super tanky, super fast, upgraded version of the heavy Camel Rider. Now, in order to defend their hand cannoneers from pesky ranged units that might want to snipe them on the field of battle, the Hindustanis can field a second unique unit, the Ghulam. This is an anti-archer infantry unit that moves quickly, has high pierce armor, and an attack bonus against archers, and has a pretty long spear that can actually injure multiple units at once. Now, in order to support the quick production of its military might, Hindustani villagers do become progressively cheaper starting in Dark Age, although this discount was recently nerfed in the latest patch. So now, instead of 10 and onwards, it starts at 5% cheaper in Dark Age, 10, 15, and 20% cheaper in Imperial. Now, the Hindustani economy itself can be upgraded to increase the speed of all gold income by 10%. So not just trade, but also gold miners work faster, and relics generate gold 10% faster. Now, opposing our teal Hindustani, we have KGB Fire playing as the red Berbers, very much a civilization that pushes its players into the four welcoming arms of cavalry. All stable units become progressively cheaper in Castle Age and Imperial, 15 and 20% cheaper, which makes Berber Hussars super duper trash units in the very late game. Now, Berber camel units can be upgraded to regenerate health, think Viking Berserkers, and their castles can actually be upgraded to work 25% faster. Both of these upgrades can actually strongly benefit the unique unit, the first unique unit, rather, of the Berbers. I'm talking about the Camel Archer. This is a mounted archer unit with good HP, great speed, and an attack bonus against cavalry archers. So, not too sure we'll get to see it in this game, but always a fun unit to see. It is super fun to micro, and like I said, an incredibly fast unit. Now, starting in Castle Age, the Berbers actually have access to another unique unit, the Genitor. Now, think of this as a mounted skirmisher that comes with more HP, but less range and costs a little bit more food. Now, to support the production of the Berber army, all Berber villagers start the game moving 10% faster. I'm going to click on one so you can see 0.88 speed compared to the usual 0.8. So we've got two civilizations, each with two unique units. Let's take a look at the base spawning locations and see where the players are, see if any particular player has an advantage over the other. Now, Fire, decent wall off to the north, more of a difficult wall off to the west, also a difficult wall off to the east. To the south, a fairly medium length wall off. So not exactly an easy part of the map to wall off. Primary gold a little bit tucked away to the side, a little bit far off campus. Stone a little bit even further off campus. Secondary gold very, very forward facing, close to two pigs, which I am surprised that Fire didn't take. Interesting. I guess the Scout War here really did tax his exploration micro from the very beginning of the game. Mihai, on the other hand, let's take a look. Open to the north. The west has a little tiny alley here where he can wall it off, but the south completely exposed the east as well. Where is his primary gold? Oh man, nice and secure in the back. Primary stone, also nice and secure in the back. Both resources pretty close to the town center. So if they come under attack, less of a distance to run back compared to Fire's stone line here. Let's take a look at where the wood lines are for the player. It's going to zoom out a little bit. Fire has one wood line pretty close, 2 and 3 a little bit further away. Mihai, only 3 wood lines, all of them pretty far away, although the quantity of the wood lines seems to be larger. This one basically the size of 2 of Fire's. Now, while I've been talking, Mihai has hit Feudal Fire 30 seconds away. What is he building? Immediately puts up a stable. Let's see if he's building anything else. He does still have that 1 scout with a massive 2 HP on them. Let's see what the players have seen of each other's bases. So Mihai has surrounded his base, his opponent's base with vision, but has not seen the inside. Nothing to see just yet. Let's see if he catches the stable. Needs to be very careful with a 2 HP scout here. Even one stiff breeze will be able to knock this scout cavalry down. Okay, so continuing to circle his opponent's base, but closing in more and more and more. Let's see if he discovers the stable here. Does not look like he will in the immediate future. Oh, right as I say that, though. Right as I say that, that scout does move into the south, does see the barracks, will be able to see the stable. So I say he won't. Immediately proves me wrong. Immediately a spearman comes out to shoot this scout cavalry away. Mihai, rather Fire, what does he send him? Oh man, this is Fire's vision. Has not seen anything on the map. My goodness, has not tried to scout at all after losing his scout here on this hill battle early on in the game. What is he building? Okay, he's rebuilt his scout. I'm clicking on it. I don't see where it is. I see the spearman. I mean, it's... Oh, no, never mind. I confused the UI of the capture age. So now the scout is finally out, and now Mihai Fire is going to be able to start finally getting some vision. Let's follow along this scout. We'll call him Brian. Hi, Brian. Let's see what you discover of your opponent's base. Where are you going? What are you going to do here? Oh no, he stumbles into a group of 4 Hindustani scout cavalry plus a spearman. Didn't see the spearman, but now he's going... Did he discover? Yeah, okay, so he discovered the stable, knows exactly where his opponent is, and now the big cavernous opening here on the northeast of Fire's base is going to be a problem. Let's see how he reacts. Villager count identical for the party's military count. Identical as well once this one spearman finishes building for red, which it does. Now we're at 5 military supply apiece. Spearman should be able to zone out the cavalry, especially since one of them is basically on death's door as well. Remember, this is that same early game, starting game scout cav. What are you building, Mr. Teal? Does he have a second structure? He does not. Fire as well missing the second structure, although neither player really banking the resources needed to go up to castle, so no surprise there. Does detach the weaker scout. Now we've got a game of tango here. Both players kind of circling around each other. Where is our scout cavalry from red? Okay, continuing to be built. He's garrisoning 2 of them inside the stable. Maybe wants to pop them out if Teal makes a bit of a aggressive move to go south. Looks like this spearman did manage to get a swipe off on one of these scout cavalry, knocking the HP by 18 to 27. Okay, now Mihai disengages. Decides this is not worth the risk of losing 1 or more scout cavalry. His opponent clearly has the army supply, so why the hell would he engage? Now let's go back. He's got his blacksmith up, 600 food, 100 gold. So just a little bit farther away from going up to castle. His opponent also 500 gold, 500 food, 100 gold. Is this the weaker one? I'm surprised by this. He took the full health ones, sent them home. The weaker one, even the villager can get a swipe off. And there it goes. The spearman gets his first kill of the game with that incredibly long spear. Does manage to poke that scout cav to death, although big surprise there with 2 HP. Mihai returning. But construction under progress here by our red Berber. Does not want to have to handle any more incursions at all. Mihai on his part. Let's take a look at his base. secondary wall off of houses. To the northwest, just a primary wall off of a mixture of the standard palisade and houses. Okay, trying to lay a little trap here is our red Berber. Oh, gets a swipe off on both units. Spearman on Spearman, Scout on Scout. And let's continue watching this chase in the middle of Arabia. I mean, I was going to say this hot pursuit desert chase, but the grass is a little bit too lush for this to be a pure desert, right? Although, you know, deserts have been known to bloom again. So perhaps this is Arabia. Who knows? Maybe it's Arabia in 30 years in the past. Maybe it's Arabia 30 years in the future. Cocaine Bear growling, doesn't want any units running by him, although these are scouts, so will absolutely not react. Red losing a scout immediately. Looks like Teal will lose one too. No, Red disengages right at the last minute. Oh, no. Why did you kill the horse? I mean, I get it in real life you'd want to kill the horses. You don't want them tamed and used by your enemy, but why did you have to kill that poor horse? Look at his partner. Oh, man, looking longingly at his corpse and then finally turning around and saying, ugh, now I have to continue life alone here. You've left me alone with Cocaine Bear. Oh my God! What the hell was the point of that? Teal taking out his aggression there on a poor hapless horse, and now this spearman would do well to turn around. Okay, never mind. KGB Fires is recalling his army home. He is just hitting castle now. Let's see. Both players at the 20-minute mark have hit castle. Economic upgrades going down for our red Berber. He feels very comfortable. Teal as well, by the way. First extra town center, second extra town center. So 3 total town centers for Mihai, an extra town center for our Berber. So Fire will only have 2 town centers to his opponent's 3. Repair going down for this palisade gate. These 2 scouts, not exactly the heavy hitting units that are going to be able to bust through. Okay, preemptively guarding a relic here. Is he building a monastery? Our Teal Hindustani, yes he is. And a monk is already out with a nice escort of 5 basic upgraded camels with +1/+1. And now a 3rd town center going up for our Berber as well. So, villager count, he's 2 villagers ahead, 2 army supply behind. Right as I say that, Teal catches up. Although it looks like in the next production cycle, Teal is going up to 45 villagers. Red will be stuck at 41. Army supply as well. Both players starting to increase their camel count. Not a surprise there. Hindustanis, again, remember, with the faster attacking, potentially, camels. Or rather, not potentially. Sorry, they do attack 20% faster. They do get that bonus against buildings. Red, on the other hand, with the option of upgrading his camels so that they regenerate health. And remember, stable units are now 15% cheaper. So we'll see if we have ourselves a good old-fashioned camel war here. For now, Teal going up to 9 camels. Red sticking only on the 3 that he already built. Market going up for him as well. Oh, the scout cavalry have to disengage. 1.6 speed on the camel, 1.55. And finally, the 2 health, I think, scout cavalry does end up dying. Or is he still here? No, no, this is a 3 health one. Unless he got healed by that monk right before he took the relic. I think that 2 health scout cav was over here, right? I might be wrong in any event. A very weak scout cavalry ends up dying for Teal. Another very weak scout cavalry, no doubt searching for relics, starting to look at the periphery of the map. Take a look at Teal's vision, by the way. Sees almost the entire map. Red, on the other hand, doesn't see the north, doesn't see the east, doesn't see the border of the map along the western side. So vision here going very much in favor of Teal, who catches 2 scout cavalry. Should be able to catch up with them, right? No, 1.45 speed only for these guys. Unupgraded as of yet, although now husbandry does go down. I think he realized once he was starting to chase these 2 scout cavalry and losing ground that, hey, wait a second, these camels aren't going as fast as they possibly could be. So why the hell not get husbandry? And let's see what happens when he does. What is Red building? 2 additional stables, making use of that Berber discount. 4 monks should be able to shoo away some of these camels, no? Let's see if red reacts here. Red is not reacting quickly. Opening the gate. But the monks do what the monks do best at early Castle Age, which is shoo away cavalry units, whether they're knights, whether they're camels. Oh, the bear did get a swipe off on one of these units. Oh, will he take his anger out on the horses again? Absolutely not. Where is that one horse here? Did it die? No, there it is. Okay. So continuing his life alone, this poor, poor wild horse. I feel now I feel bad. I created a whole backstory for this one horse, which actually made me sad. But then I realized it's not really a horse. It's just a series of... sorry, I hit the microphone. It's a series of ones and zeros on a screen designed to look like a horse. 18 army supply to 17. We've got 10 Berber camels in production, 12 Hindustanis, 6 monks to 4, 1 scout to 2, but 3 spearmen for our red Berber. Let's see if he decides to get any upgrades on those whatsoever. Does get to share a nice melee upgrade with the camels, so is sitting at a +1. What's the attack bonus for camels? 12. Not terrible, actually, for such a weak unit. Such an early game unit, rather. 1 convert for our red Berber. But I think he decided to delete the unit once these he saw the 3 monks were here as well, ready to reconvert that camel back into the Hindustani Empire. University going down. We'll see what that's for. And now villager count, basically identical. 82 villagers for Hindustani, 79 for our Berber. And we're starting to see a bit of an engage here to the northeast of Red's base. Fire plopping down a bunch of outposts. Not a bad idea. Teal's outpost is going to come under attack. And remember the +2 it. Rather, never mind. That's the Hindustani. Okay. We've got ourselves a good old-fashioned camel fight here. Monks in the middle of it. Oh, no. He left him to die. Although Red not really going, making an issue of it. And now Red with a very aggressive camel fire moving forward. How many villagers is he sending to do this? 9 villagers. So this is a pretty serious attempt to put up a castle. But take a look at Teal. Has already built a spine of outposts down the left side of the map. We'll be able to see any attempt by Red to move out of his base. But does he even care? Red is already out of his base. Red is already attacking this monastery that has 5 relics inside. And now he's backing away, not too sure why, healing up his camels with his monks. He's so close to getting those relics out of that monastery. Instead, decide to stop for some bizarre reason. Okay, good. I mean, the castle should be able to do the rest of the job, right? It's not that much more HP to get that fire burning up real nice and high. 5 monks ready to teeth the relics? Or are they here just to support? Let's see. This could potentially be a nice little relic ping-pong game. What's going on here? More camels attacking more camels. I want to keep my eye, though, on the monastery and see exactly when these relics jump out. There they are. Let's see if the... there they are. They are immediately starting to teeth the relics. And now that that's done, let's pivot back. What are we working with here? Basically the exact same army supply, exact same HP. No high ground for anybody. What are attack upgrades? +2/+2 versus +2/+2. Although heavy camel being researched for our blue, teal, rather, not blue, Hindustani. And now we've got a bit of a train of relics heading out. 0 relics for 0. Is this the last one? Yes. 2 relics. 2 relics. 1 relic. Red would do well to put some kind of what am I talking? Escort, not expert. Escort with these monks. Although 2 of them do manage to make it home. Teal nowhere to be found. Doesn't even see this, but I mean, he knows that the relics are gone. He sees with the vision that he has that there are no more relics at this part of the map. Fantastic steal here by Fire, making Mihai pay the price for putting his monastery so forward facing. Such an aggressive location to put your monastery right at the tip of the spear of your base. And Mihai pays the price for it. Now Red with the 5 relics. Absolutely incredible. We'll see if he continues putting on the pressure. For now, he's thieving his opponent's secondary or tertiary gold. And now look at this army. It is almost at full health. These 5 monks are going to get him up there very quickly. Mihai, though, in Imperial. His opponent still a minute and a half away, so we'll see how Mihai manages to use his time advantage beyond going up to heavy camel. And by the way, their HP is not that great, down about 15-20%. Some sneaky little proxy stables being built to the southwest of our Berbers base. Our Berber, I mean, quality-wise should not engage. Numbers-wise should absolutely engage. Oh my god, synchronized building destruction happening here. Remember, +2 attack bonus against buildings makes these heavy camel riders incredibly adept at destroying buildings. And now this castle is under attack from 2 trebuchets. Camels slaughtering all the villagers that are trying to repair it, although 2 left, 1 left. Because, of course, there is absolutely no reason why any player should get murder holes here. The castle does end up going down, but mission absolutely accomplished. Tiefed a bunch of gold, about 550 gold. Tiefed all the relics, which are now nice and secure inside his base, although might want to get a bit of a stronger wall off here. 11 villagers on stone compared to 10. Red much closer to getting a castle up, but now his camels are being swarmed, chased away. 40 seconds away from getting his own heavy camel riders, investing in his monks with fervor, giving them an extra 15% boost in their speed to go, I believe, from 0.7 to 0.8. And now camel on camel action. This is an absolute fantastic display of both Civ features and bonuses. I really hope we get to see an Imperial Camel here out of our Hindustani, although now, quality-wise, they are identical. Both players sitting at +2, +3. Impressive play out of both players, although Teal is down about half the army supply of his opponent. And a lot of that is in camels. You know, sometimes you're down a little bit of army supply. Sometimes you're down half army supply. But it's in pike, it's in skirmishers, it's in trash units. In this case, we're working with 49 camels to 34. So 15 camel difference, but high ground taken here by Teal. And I was going to say he has the better upgrades, but immediately Blast Furnace finishing up for both players at roughly the exact same time. 21 camels left for Teal, 37 for Red. He is absolutely demolishing these camels for the Hindustani, who now is starting to lose trebs as well. Okay, villagers need to move in to repair this. Again, camels, if you've watched my streams, my videos, etc., you know my opinion of camels. Not exactly the greatest unit in the game. It has a very specific purpose, an anti-cavalry purpose. Did he delete his castle? Or did he lose it? It looks like he lost the castle because he's sitting at 400 stone. Although now Castle's making an attempt here. Now, that I will say, camels not the best at killing anything other than cavalry, in my opinion, except for Hindustani camels, which again come with a 20% faster attack and a +2 boost against buildings. He needs to get rid of this outpost yesterday. Look at this amazingly placed outpost by Fire, seeing literally everything. Teal investing in ranged upgrades. Red investing in infantry upgrades. I mean, you've got camels here. You don't need to use your villagers. But decides to attack anyway. Now this castle is going to come under siege. Although, again, take a look at military supply at the top. Our Hindustani very much making use of his civilizational bonus to build villagers. He's going up to 164 villagers. Not sure that is the count you want. That is a lot of villagers. Finally getting masonry to strengthen up his buildings. He does not want to keep losing things. Oh man, look how fast they attack with that extra boost. But Red has arrayed his army right in sight of Teal, peacocking a little bit, saying, try to engage into me. I've got 7 monks, I've got 35 camels, I've got a castle and 3 trebs, and by the way, BT dubs, I've got 21 pikemen here. There it is. Yes. You don't get to see it very often, but when you do, it's incredibly cool. The Imperial Camel Rider. If I remember correctly, they lose their capes, which is very sad because it makes the unit look a little bit less cool. but they do get a nice big shield upgrade in terms of aesthetics. How many villagers? 14 going off campus to mine a little bit of gold. This pile secure, but not too secure. Just very, very, you know, it's a very sensitive security, because if this castle goes down and these camels start taking damage, I am shocked that Mihai doesn't have any supporting monks. Why are the pike retreating? Engage into the camels. If only he knew that they were 50 seconds away from becoming Imperial camels, and he could kill that count and lower that count and take away their HP. I think Fire would have absolutely engaged, and that is exactly what he does here. Treb continuing to shell at the castle on the high ground. Teal camels retreating. He's building a Treb out of where? Where is he building his Treb out of? It's not here. Where's that second castle? It's right behind. Sorry, guys. 2 Trebs. Not sure that is the expenditure of resource you want to make right now. Red swarming over his opponent, but Teal with the Imperial Camel Rider. Like I said, they lose their cloak, their cape, but they gain a big old nice shield with it. And now let's see if Teal can take this fight into a chokehold. Fantastic micro out of Teal so far, luring all these red units, taking more and more archer fire. But archer fire doesn't really matter when you've got how many monks? 4 monks healing you up. If these were Byzantine monks, not Byzantine, Teuton monks, they could heal from twice the range, but they are just basic Berber monks, so they have to get all right up in the business here and expose themselves to the risk. Now red has to be careful. Teal can delete some of these houses and make an issue on multiple fronts. For now, though, not doing that. Treb's incredibly exposed. I mean, I don't know who takes this. The Imperial camels are rushing to flank the left side of the battlefield, now starting to take out monks. He feels confident enough that he's got the military advantage here, that he can push off 3 or 4 of these camels to take out monks. First Treb goes down. Second Treb not long for this world as well. We'll see how the pikemen fare against these Imperial camels. Probably not great. What's their attack bonus against camels? Let's take a quick look. 18 up from 12. Red not building anything, starting to bank resources except pike. Oh, actually, never mind. Building 15 more camels. Teal, the one not building anything right now. 4 spearmen. Squire's chainmail armor going down for him as well. Light cavalry, pikeman upgrade. So it looks like the pure camel stage of the game for Teal is over. And now he wants to start building some supporting units here. But Red making himself very much at home here. My goodness. 3 stables, 2 barracks, a siege workshop. Not sure anything's coming out of that siege workshop, though. Red has to be careful not to throw too many camels away, though. He's only sitting at only 39 to the 17 of his teammate, his opponent. Sorry, guys, I'm used to doing a lot of live streams where I cast team games lately. These 2 stables are completely defunct. Might want to start making use of that, although his resources are dwindling. Our Teals, our Hindustani, in a bit of economic trouble here. Red pressing the issue. But 2 Trebs to 2 Trebs. Our Hindustani castle does fall. Red repairing with a shit ton of villagers. 22 villagers. His stone count, 17 villagers on stone. He can repair that castle for days. Not that there's anything to repair it from. The second Treb from the Hindustani does fall. Yeah, he's using his camels to attack mining camps that aren't really doing much. And now he's going to pivot these 22 villagers. They're going to absolutely demolish this gold pile. That gold is Red's now. But pike moving forward, while they are not as strong against Imperials, they might just do the trick against these heavy camel riders. What is Red continuing to do? This is like a veteran camel. He's killed 10 units. And, you know, just like in the ancient times, he got himself a pasture of land. He got himself, you know, a nice little side hustle. Look at this absolute disgusting battle, though. Teal shredding the southern part. Red winning in the north, but it looks like Teal's going to win out with these pikemen. And now Red's camel count has been reset to 12. His opponent, though, at 4. Teal chasing Red as Red chases Teal, who chases Red as Red inserts himself into Teal's base. Another defensive castle being built here will be blocked by these villagers, has to be replaced rather relocated. Not a fan of this location in a gully here between two mountains. But 43 pikemen out of our Hindustani. My goodness, is he investing in these pike, trying to overwhelm his opponent with trash. Remember, Hindustanis do not get our halberdiers, and so this is the absolute finest that he can do when it comes to the spearman line. Not that it's doing too terribly at all. Oh, and we've got camel archers out. Remember, their attack bonuses against cavalry archer +4, infantry a massive 0. So let's see what they can do. Actually, what else is there? Did I see something else? Yeah, spearman is also 0. I'm surprised. Okay. Red's camels circling the perimeter of the map, trying to secure resources for his overlord, and now these stables are under attack. I love the little elephant, by the way, and the Bactrian camel here, the little horse butts. Oh, again, I'm going to go back to this horse. I just feel absolutely terrible for him. Why did they have to kill the second horse? It was so inoffensive. Oh, God, what a body of pike moving forward here. How many is this? 50 pikemen at the 52-minute mark of the game. High ground camel archers need to retreat, otherwise they will get absolutely swarmed. Monks, what the hell are you doing? Converting random pike? Okay, good location for the camel archers. Hide behind the castle, and now 50 pike has become 35. Okay, you know what? I laughed at the converts, but 4 pike converts are not the end of the world, especially let's take a look at our upgrades. Fully upgraded. Elite camel archers. Let's take a look at their bonus now. +6 against cavalry archers, although like I said in the beginning of the game, I do not expect any cavalry archers out of our teal Hindustani. Although remember, of course, as I say that, he will probably start mass producing. He will absolutely start mass producing cavalry archers, though without Parthian tactics it would make absolutely no sense at this stage of the game, especially with the counter unit out. I'm of course just kidding, guys. Sometimes my stream of consciousness, you know, goes a little bonkers. Oh, he's got to move these guys away. He lost way too many of them there to simple pike. 42 army supply to 32. Red now with the villager lead. Red with way too many villagers, in my opinion. Chemistry going up for him. Our Hindustani not able to research much because our Hindustani is absolutely baroque as a joke. Does he have any more resource patches? No, he's got a Treb here that he can potentially use to attack this castle. How's this gold looking? That gold is all gone. And so we are now basically on a map that no longer has any gold that I can see. Unless I'm missing something, unless there's some villagers crowding a resource that I'm not seeing. Like this on the minimap. It looks like we are fresh out of gold and stone. What we are not fresh out of is cocaine bears. Left, right, and center. Red wants to have vision, make sure he does not get flanked, especially since his entire army is here in the front, and that is not going to be an issue at all because Mihai taps out at the wow. Okay, you know, if you're a spiritual person at the 55-minute mark of the game. Sorry guys, I think I didn't inhale any materials while I was building that IKEA cabinet again. The IKEA is getting more and more complicated. In any event, enough kvetching from me. Let's take a look. 148 camels to 179. APM fairly identical. Although Teals came right at the end of the game. Fires more in the middle part of the game. Let's take a look at kill count. Oh, nice and juicy. 300 kills for our Hindustani. 367 for Fire, of which 76 were villagers. So his actual military kills are below 300, which means Mihai has actually killed more military. Not surprising, not by much, but not surprising with these pikemen. That massive column of 50 pikes. My goodness. Now, the part we've all been waiting for, the relics. Oh my god, without this relics, yeah, Mihai would be about 10% ahead in terms of resources, but the relics, remember, went from 5-0 to 0-5. Let's take a look. Wood in favor of our Hindustani. Food as well. So trash resources very much ahead, but gold and stone. Take a look at stone, basically more than double. Even without this relic gold, it would still be, what, 17,000 to 15.4? So our teal taking the precious resources, rather our red player taking our precious resources, our teal player taking our more, let's call them the renewable resources, the food and the wood, at least renewable until this Arabia map runs out of forest. Don't tell Greta Thunberg about this game at all. But let's take a look at why he resigned. His army supply is not that much lower. I mean, 14 difference is lower, but again, not that lower. I think it's really this. The castle's pushing into his base, 3 of them jutting in to the absolute center of his base. He's got a castle here, 2 trebs, which probably could have been used to try to gun down that castle. But I'm looking at his infrastructure. Mihai's infrastructure is fantastic. Excuse me. I'm going to try to edit out all these coughs. If I don't, I apologize to everyone. 11 barracks, 11 stables, not including the cheeky stables that he tried to put here towards the end, plus even more barracks and even more stables. But unfortunately for him, he has Baroque, no more gold. His opponent, take a look at Fire's resources. They are on fire, no pun intended. 1,700 gold. How much is left in this pile that he's taking? Another 800. So basically about 2,600 gold that he's going to have to his opponent's 0. I'm going to zoom out, though. I do want to make sure that Mihai has now completely run out of gold. Yeah, he has. And again, I don't even see, unless you guys see something that I don't see gold or stone left on the map. All I see is wood. Oh, man, Cocaine Bear sees villagers moving forward to attack. Stable should go down. Does Red see? Oh, no, look at this. There's one pile with 231 stone in it. And now Fire is going to discover these 2 villagers with hammers in their hands. So they're obviously on the move to build something. So yeah, I think Mihai just realized, you know what? How many villagers on food did he have before the game ended? 52 villagers on food is good enough to produce a bunch of pike and a light cav, but again, remember, Hindustanis do not get halberdiers. Hussar upgrade is just very expensive, so I don't know that he's going to necessarily be able to afford that. Instead, going light cav, and light cav are just going to get shredded by these camel archers, which I think, no, they don't move faster, but they move fast enough that they can run away to the safety of this castle. Red building more and more pikemen of his own. An absolutely crazy, fun, fast-paced game. Neither players having access to top-of-the-line trash in terms of halberdiers, because the Berbers also don't get them, by the way, if I didn't mention that already. I'm surprised that Red went camel archers. A little bit surprised, to be honest, because, again, they are a very specialized unit. Take a look at their attack bonuses. Literally none, except against cavalry archers, which, again, you don't really expect to see out of a Hindustani player who's spent the entire game going camels. And so overall, I think Fire just took the better trades here, has lower military kills, but I think that's just because of this big old clump of pikemen that at the end managed to get a few camel archers and deal some damage before that. But overall, I think Fire just took the better engages and, more importantly, sucked up all the resources on the map. Because, again, take a look. Even though at the end of the day he did collect fewer resources, when it comes to the resources that really count in late game in terms of being able to overwhelm your opponent, yeah, he took what is this, 26,300, 26.3 to what, 17.9. So that's about what, just under 6,000 more resources, and he's got still so much gold in the bank. He does have so much food. Our Hindustani has wood. Although now that he canceled actually no, I guess it didn't really add it back to his he's building 8 light cav, which is 640 food, if I'm not mistaken. In any event, Fire taking the better fights, Fire taking all the resources, Fire taking the position in the center of the map with no fewer than 1, 2, 3, 4 castles. Fire tiefing all 5 relics in what might be the biggest baller move. Let me qualify that. The biggest monk baller move that I've seen to date. And Fire just takes the W, but GG to both players.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.